Hey, good morning and welcome to Coffee with Kevin. You know, I spent 43 years looking out the window of a locomotive watching America wake up. And this morning, spring is arriving, the trees are in bloom, the birds are singing. There's some weird stuff going on in our nation. But guess what? I'm getting ready to do something to pitch in to help. I'm going to run for labor commissioner for the state of Oklahoma. In order for that to get built, we have to have some hard conversations. Yesterday was one of those days where you realize something might actually be starting to come together, starting to have strong conversations with folks inside the Oklahoma Democratic Party, starting to have the kind where you walk away thinking, wow, this is real. But this morning is different. This morning isn't about talking, it's about working. Because if I'm going to do this, if I'm going to step forward and run for labor commissioner, then it has to be done right. No shortcuts, no guessing, no learning on the fly. Today is about building the foundation. And I'm telling you right now, I can't do this alone. I need your help. As I said, yesterday was an important day. I had a strong and thoughtful conversation with the members of the Oklahoma Democratic Party. The kind of conversation that reminds me this work matters. Not just politics, but people, direction, purpose, and how we move forward. Today is not about speeches. It is about building something real. We are up against a deadline. That means today is a working day, a serious day, a day where we begin putting the actual structure of this campaign into place. The legal filings are underway. The committee is formed. The foundation is being set. But here's the reality. This is bigger than me. Running for Oklahoma Labor Commissioner is not something one person can fund or carry alone. If we're going to do this right, if we are going to be competitive, if we are going to be able to reach people across the state, then it is going to take a team. And I'm asking you to be part of that team. It is going to take people who believe enough in this effort to step forward and help build it together. That includes financial support. And I want to be very direct about that from the very beginning, not later, not after the fact, right now. If you believe in what we are building, I'm going to ask for your help. But this campaign is about something very specific. It is about work. The Oklahoma Department of Labor is not just another office. It is where policy meets real life. It is where workplace safety, wage protections, and labor standards actually affect people day to day. It is one of the few offices in state government that has a direct and immediate impact on working families. It may not carry the headline weight of governor or senator, but it carries something just as important: responsibility. Responsibility to make sure that work in Oklahoma is safe. Responsibility to make sure it is fair, and to make sure that when people put in an honest day's work, the system respects it. And that takes me back to something that has always mattered in this state. Labor omnia vicent. Labor conquers all. That idea was there before Oklahoma was even a state, before the lines were drawn, before the offices were filed. The understanding was already there. If this place was going to succeed, it would be because people worked together across industries and across communities. And there had to be accountability in that system. That is where the labor commissioner comes in. So today is not about telling you I have all the answers. Today is about telling you we are doing this the right way. We are doing the research. We are building the structure. We are putting the pieces in place. And I am inviting people to be part of it from the very beginning. And if you want to be part of something that is grounded, disciplined, and focused on working people, then stay with me, because this is just getting started. And for those of you who don't know me yet, let me tell you who I am. I spent 43 years working on the railroad. I was one of the youngest locomotive engineers ever promoted in the country. I grew up in El Dorado, Kansas, a blue-collar town where you learned early what it meant to graduate high school and go to work. But I also went back. I earned my bachelor's and my master's in administrative leadership from the University of Oklahoma. So I've lived both sides of it, labor and management. And what I want to do now is take everything I've learned over those years and put it to work for the people of Oklahoma. Not just for where we are today, but where we're going. Because we can do better, and we should. As we look down the track of a new day, let's keep this conversation rolling.